Kick a punt, then I make them catch. I just made a mess. I just made a mess.
And we've got a showdown in the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the Ravens on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage. Historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing...
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
A first down throw for Bradford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now Bradford. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
On third down, you'll give him that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Let's go, Bucky.
Brandon, unless my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, that's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Javon Kinlaw. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Another try after the first down sack. Bradford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On third down, Bradford. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Bradford. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 20 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Throwing, Bradford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. Bradford on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Bradford, and he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And this one is right through. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Every defensive staff harps. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They go play action here on first down. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And apparently not liking what was taking place, so he'll just tuck it and take the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
At the 21-yard line, 49.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Bradford. Into the secondary, past the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
Here we go. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings us 2nd down.
Now they try the right side here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Bradford. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And here's Joseph Charlton now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slant route, and the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat, and then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
49, guys. Mike, 40. 70 Lions. 18 Pioneers.
They'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the Ravens are going to have a first to 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Dalton Keene as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens would extend their lead here just before halftime.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 2nd and very short, Bradford throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40.
First down, Bengals.
Bradford now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the... And we will skip the highlights show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. A check down here to Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 43. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Kadarius Toney, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Mike 52. Yeah. New Mike 52. Mike 52.
On 1st and 10, Bradford. He finds his man, complete. It's Davidson.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. hey, we're going to do what we do.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
First down, Bradford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
No, check that. We're like 52 right here. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
To throw is Bradford. Oh. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 13. Check 13. 43. 3. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Set, go. Again, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And finally taken down at the 34.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Let's go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Oh, man.
Rashawn Slater, first-round pick in 2021, guilty there.
Watch the run. He's coming. Double up.
After the penalty, it's Jones. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Back now in Baltimore. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
I'm going to run you Hawk 70.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll just protect the football and go down and take the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 6. Looking to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Back to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. CeeDee Lamb there to make the grab. And the Ravens are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A first down throw for Bradford. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
From the 30 on second down. Bradford, middle of the field. It's Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Bradford again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Bradford. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
First down, Bengals.
Working out of the gun, Bradford. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he'll get this one down to about the 7. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed.
Keep playing hard.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Here's Bradford. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Bengals 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on.
Tight into the 70 line. Move. We got 4. We got 4. Check the backer. Check the backer. No. Off.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Left side to Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
49's the mic. Watch 49. Come on. 49.
They'll look to throw again. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.